Hello everyone, my name is Jacob Vin, and today I'm going to talk about how the state creates social change and how individuals like us also play a major role in shaping society. So, this presentation is based on chapter 8 and chapter 9 of our textbook, and let's move on. In this presentation, I will first explain that we mean by the state and how it influences social change on large scale. Then I will show an example from Module 4 about how public health and racial uh, equity became connected through state action. After that, I will discuss the limits of state power and finally how individuals contribute to change in important ways. Together, these pieces help us understand how social change happens from both the top down and the bottom up. And next, we're gonna talk about uh, the state. So, what is the state? When we talk about the state, we are referring to government institutions, laws, and public agencies. The state has a unique kind of power because it can create rules, enforce them, and distribute resources. Massey explains that the state is one of the most influential actor in creating structural social change. In other words, the decision the state makes can reshape everyday life for millions of people. So the state creates uh, social change in several major ways. First, it passed laws that define rights, protection, and responsibility. Second, public policies guide area like education, healthcare, or housing, and the economy. And third one is court decisions can redefine fairness and equality in powerful ways. Um, the state also using funding and resources to support, expand, or limit the certain programs. And finally, as we saw in Module 4, the state can take public health action that reshape how society understands big social problems. And Module 4 gave us a powerful example. Many states and cities in U.S. declare a recent uh, public health crisis. This action reframes racial inequality as something that affect health outcomes, not just the social condition. So once the state make a declaration like this, it can direct funding, start data collection, expand the programs, and encourage new policies in housing, healthcare, and policy. So this show how the state can publicly recognize a major issue and mobilize resources to address it. Um, so we can talk about limit of the state power right now, and even though the state is powerful, it has clear limitations. So government process are often slow and can they can like delay actions, and political conflict can block policies or weaken reforms. Not all communities have a equal influence in state decision making. which creates and unique outcomes. And even with resources, structural inequalities in society can make a rapid change difficult. This is why individual and community action is so important. And individual create change by raising the voices, um, advocating and sharing personal stories that influence public option. People vote, join civic groups, and participate in community organizing. Protects and collective action can pressure the state to respond, and we often see this in modern social movements. So everyday choices and conversations also shift cultural attitudes over time. Module 4 reminds us that personal stories are often more powerful than statics when motivating real change. Yeah, in conclusion, the state is a major driver of social change through laws, policies, courts, and funding. But the state also has limits, and it cannot solve every issue on its own. Individual play is individuals like play vital roles by advocating, organizing, voting, and shape culture. Social change is most effective when state power and individual action work together, and ultimately, each of us has a role to play in building a more just and healthy society. All right, that's it. Thank you guys for listening.